Day. I always say the first thing you must tell yourself is something positive when you wake up in the morning. You know, you have to do it for yourself because nobody else will. So guys, make sure that you're spewing positivity all around this morning. All right, it's going to be a really, really good show. It is a one-man show today. All right, specifically Chipukeezy himself is here. Isn't it exciting? So exciting. All right, this is the first time he and I have actually sat just the two of us. Usually Eric Omondi is with us, but this is the very, very first time. I'm so excited. This season is going to be the best one yet. We are sponsored by Minute Maid, and we are so happy with that. Of course, orange juice with pulp. It is so delicious. I hope you guys have tasted it. Remember, log on to our social media platforms rather to find out how you can become a part of this season and a part of this great audience. And I have to make this announcement. Have you guys checked out my shoes? You know I'm obsessed with shoes. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with shoes. I'm so happy that this season we are going to be giving away a pair of shoes a week to ladies from Backyard. It's so awesome. Isn't it great? Isn't it awesome? Yeah, I'm really, really excited. And then later in the show, I'm going to be going to Radisson Blu to eat. Isn't that also awesome? So you guys can also be coming to hang out with me, have some nice dishes, all right? Maybe we can go to the spa that's over there as well. I'm just excited about this season. All right, without further ado, let's make you smile very, very quickly through a funny clip. Yep, that's how we're going to start the show. Funny clip. Laugh, everybody. Watch. Some of the members of our audience are from Tribalist Youth Kenya, and I'll be speaking to them a little bit later in this show. But for now, without further ado, everybody, please welcome to the stage Chipukeezy. Come on here, honey. Hello.
Hello.
Sasa. How are you?
I'm good.
So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Kushinda?
Mzuri sana.
Karibu sana.
Have you seen my shoe?
Have you seen my shoe?
Well,
unakaa poa.
Asante man, ni Mungu man.
I swear unakaa poa sana.
Thank you so much. Ni God.
Now, I feel like I know you because I follow you on Instagram and social media.
Yes.
But I realized today when I was doing some research, Vincent
Muasya.
Vincent Muasya. I realized I don't know much about you. Tuanze kutoka beginning. Ulizaliwa wapi? Childhood yako ilikuwaje?
Yes, I was born in a place called Tala. Tala is in Machakos County. Interior place called Nguluni.
Yeah.
I went to school there, primary. Fun thing about my childhood, I normally tell people that it was a very dark childhood.
Really?
It's not dark in a well, dark in a bad way because we grew up. I don't blame them. My parents were not that rich.
Yeah.
And there's some things that I didn't enjoy when I was young. Like for example, I didn't have a chance to watch TV. You know, like I grew up without watching TV.
Yeah.
And you know, listening to radio, but most of the time radio ilikuwa ya babangu.
Yeah.
Na kalikuwa nikale kanaweza tembea nayo, ilikuwa naenda nayo, but the time arudi So for like until Form 1, that's when I started seeing TV kwa high school.
What?
So hata hizi vitu za comedy, sijui nini nilikuwa hata vyo jamaa kamani nilikuwa sijui.
Haujui kitu.
I discovered actually na vile nilienda high school TV I wasn't interested.
Yeah. What were you thinking? As long as high school life yako ukitaka kufanya nini? What was your ambition then?
My ambition was to study because you know when you grow in poverty, the only thing that you want is to be successful.
Yeah.
Jitoe hapo ama utoe watu hapo.
Yeah.
And unajua tukiwa wadogo tulikuwa naambiwa the key to success is education. So my goal to school was nilikuwa nataka nisome nikuwe journalist. I've always wanted to kuwa journalist. Yeah. So mimi nikaenda shule nikapita. Well, class 8 ya kwanza nilianguka. Baya sana. I remember there was a school, hiyo shule ndio inakujanga number last. Mpaka wale. Huko wakiangalia unaona gazeti kitoka. Yeah. Gazeti kutoka zile imepanga mashule from stare.
Number 1.
Walimu wa huko washazoea, hawaendangi front page, wanaendanga ya mwisho. Na wakifika hapo mwisho hawaangalii juu wako. Ndio sisi tume maintain. Tuko pale. So that school is called Kwangi Primary School. Yeah. So education also wasn't a big deal, the place that I grew up. Because we had options.
Yeah.
We were told that you study, ukimaliza shule, babako atakupea land, utaoa bibi, mujenge, mpate watoto.
Story over.
Story over. But I was number 1 with 113 marks.
What?
The first time nilifanya KCPE. But then my grandmother saw how I performed and she was like, unajua wewe bila masomo hakuna mahali utaenda wewe. Nataka uweke utie bidii. Kama mom, grandmother, hii shule mlinipeleka tunaendanga because hiyo shule tulikuwa na hivi upepo inapita na roof. Munabaki sasa hata sasa it was bad.
Yeah.
So my grandmother transferred me to a better school.
Okay.
So I repeated class 8 nikafanya nikapass.
That's nice. Yeah.
Nikaenda to a better Tala high school.
Okay.
Yes.
So now sitting in high school, watching TV, realizing okay, bado atakuwa journalist.
Yes.
And then starting to discover, by the way, niko na talent, mimi ni mfani. When did that happen?
I discovered when I was small.
Uh-huh.
I used to act kwa church during Pasaka,
Yeah.
Christmas. Na anytime church tu watu wanataka entertainment. I was that guy. So na pia my grandmother, she was my best friend.
Yeah.
She used to, when we were young, she used to call all of us like wajuku. Anatuweka pamoja akicelebrate birthday yake. Alafu anatuambia kila mtu afanye talent yake. Okay, sikuwa nafanya talent ya kuchekesha, nilikuwa na dance. But while I'm dancing, people used to laugh.
Yeah.
So by the time nifika high school nilikuwa nimeact sana church. Nilikuwa nimeact kama Yesu, nimeact kama Musa. Zote. But in high school, I think nilikuwa form 1, the only thing that, though vile nilifika form 1 I had a culture shock. Yeah. I realized that because when I introduced myself, people laughed.
Yeah.
Because nilishrub, niongeka kimukamba. Manaitwa Vincent Muasya, mtoa, people laughed. But I never,
and you didn't expect that reaction.
I didn't expect that reaction. But I realized that I'm speaking different from the other guys. Because most of the guys walikuwa wametoka Nairobi, ni watu wa Sheng. So I started using that. Most of tulikuwa wengi hapa Wakamba. So Wakamba wenye walikuwa wanashiraba hapa tulikuwa wengi. Tulikuwa wengi by the way. But most of them walianza kuogopa. They felt intimidated.
Yeah.
But me, I started using that to become popular in the school.
And it worked for you.
But nikiwa peke yangu, I was concerned. Why am I not speaking like them? Then I realized these people are from Nairobi, ni mababi, they have exposure. So I started practicing because ulimi yangu ilikuwa nzito.
Yeah.
Remember nimeongea hivyo ever since nizaliwe.
Exactly.
Yes. So I started practicing to kuongea vizuri. Speech yangu ikuwa vizuri.
Yeah.
To articulate. Kwa avoid kushrub. So what I used to do is after the classes, I'll have like 30 minutes or 1 hour natembea tu peke yangu nikiongea.
Yeah.
Niaje buda manzi. Kofiti goda manzi. You know? Practice. By the time form 1 was done, I was good to go. Nice. Actually nikaanza kudanganya watu, mimi ni mzee wa Nairobi. Nikuzo unaishi wapi, nasema hapo kwa petrol station. Unaona ukiingia umo kwa peti hapo hiyo Kobi kwa hapo. No man. This is a true story by the way. But I remember because now nearly transfer from, because I went to, from one I went to Masi boys. Then I went to Tala boys. And I was a newcomer. So nikaenda newcomer fulani anaweza. So guys wakimaliza shule walikuwa wanapanda matatu wanaenda Nairobi because kwetu ni huko Tala.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa pia mimi na wao hapo stage ya Nairobi. Bana ngoja kila mtu aende. Alafu nachukua matatu naenda nyumbani. Kama anatembea.
But the dream to come to Nairobi and be a Nairobian.
Yes.
It happened.
Real. It was real.
I mean, can you imagine that? I'm going to talk about this later, but kutoka Tala, baka Hollywood, tuongee story. God is good.
God is good.
All the time.
God is good, man.
Tell me a little bit about after high school, ukaanza kurealize, you know what, I really do want a career in this thing. So
after high school, I had not discovered that I can do comedy, but I wanted to do something for myself. I've always had this something inside me that ilikuwa inanisumbua, ni kama for lack of a better word, ni kama mimba. Ilikuwa inanisumbua.
Yeah.
So after tumaliza exams, I told my mom that I want to go to Nairobi. She asked me to do what? I told her kutafuta kazi. This before even results zitoke. She told me, where will you stay? I told her I know. So I came here, nikapata masista zake wawili walikuwa wanakaa Huruma. So si ni maanti zangu.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, walikuwa wana share bed. So mimi nikakuja nikamwambia, juu nyinyi maanti zangu muta decide. Either nilale na mmoja kwa kitanda ama munisonge nyinyi wawili ama mmoja alale kwa kitanda, juu sasa mimi sitalala nje hapa Nairobi. So I stayed with them for like a month trying to figure out what can I do. And then that's when I came to Kenya National Theatre.
Yeah.
Because before I discovered Kenya National Theatre, I used to work at Odeon. Odeon kuna notice. Vacancy. Yeah. Jobs.
Yeah.
So I'd go and study, naangalia naona kuna jobs na call. Sagine nafanya interview. Nimefanya interview mob sana. But then I discovered there was one calling for auditions. Do you want to be an actor? Are you 18? Are you good looking? We are looking for you. Nikasema huu ni mimi. So I went to... Nikaanza kutafuta hiyo place.
Yeah.
Kenya National Theatre. So I went to Kenya National Theatre. Jicho for production. They were doing set books across the country. And they were doing auditions. So nikaenda nika audition. No, it was K-Pag. K-Pag is a dance crew.
Yeah.
Wanafanya zile masalsa. So vile nilienda K-Pag, I've never told this story by the way. K-Pag guys, walikuwa ni wazungu. So on audition mtu akona ma moves nini. Because I was so desperate nikitaka job. Juu mama ananiuliza every day, what are you doing in Nairobi?
Yeah.
Nikaingia hapo K-Pag, nika realize hizi dance styles zao ni rahisi. Ni unalala unaweka mguu tu juu unabingiria. So me I decided to do the same. Kumbe my own came out funny. So everybody was laughing. Then after that, the white ladies were like, "Now don't do it. Dancing is not your thing, sir. It's not your thing." You know? But then, hapo nikamit na watu, I realized that there's something called Jicho production.
Yeah.
I kept on doing auditions, and then that's when I was given a chance now to act.
When did you get your first break? And what was the role?
My first break.
Was it this Jicho, the set books?
Yes, the Jicho set book. When they gave me the opportunity, I was given 3 lines in a whole 1-hour play. Given 3 lines. I can't remember the exact lines, but 3 lines. So, sikuwa anything kwa...
Yeah. Ukapata kado, ukaambia madhu umepata job.
No, before even that, you are paid according to your lines. Me, I had 3.
Yeah. That's it.
3. So nilikuwa tunapewa 200, alikuwa ananilipa kutoka kwa mfuko, wale wengine wakienda kuandikiwa petty cash. Ambia tuonane kesho. But one day actor fulani mwenye alikuwa na too many words didn't come to work. So I was given that role to play. And that's when the name Chipukeezy came up. And I think that was my big break.
Oh.
Because now when I was given that chance, I was very small.
Yeah.
I had like, that guy was like, was not the main character, he was a supporting character.
Yeah.
So vile nilipewa lines zake, nikambiwa ni cram lines. And me I say, I can't cram these lines. These are too many. I've watched the play ever since you guys started doing it. So I'll do it my way. So, mi nilichekesha hawa watoto. Niyo character. Because I was doing me.
Yeah.
And then that's when now I started realizing that I'm funny. Because after the play, everybody, the kids were coming to me, the actor, the director, they're like, hey, that was good, hey, that was funny, hey, when mjinga, hey. Yeah. You know, and because some of the guys that I was acting with, walikuwa actors wanajulikana, that's when they started calling me, hey, Chipukeezy. Nice. Kijana Chipukeezy. Unachipuka, eh?
Yeah.
Well, they were saying
How could you originally talk? It makes sense now, yeah.
So, and when they were saying it, they weren't saying it with a good heart. Nizile za...
Galia huyu.
Chipukeezy. What we have established, my friend. And after that time, I discovered that I have a talent in making people laugh.
I'm glad you did, and you've been making us laugh. We are going to take a quick break right now. Chipukeezy, this is his show. So here's a little clip that we've compiled for you guys that should keep you smiling. We'll be right back after this. There, we are back with Chipukeezy, making us laugh. We love that you discovered you're funny. Asante.
Yes.
Kwa kudiscover your story.
But pia, in the circumstances, unajua ukiwa hapa Nairobi na realize unafaa kulipa rent every month. You'll discover so many things about yourself.
The hustle is so real out there. The first time I heard you, Chipukeezy, was on Kiss.
Kiss FM.
Yes, hilarious. You came out of nowhere. It's like you just burst into the scene.
Yes.
Ulitoke wapi?
Kiss FM. Remember, when I came to Nairobi, I've told you that I wanted to become a journalist.
Yeah.
Even back in high school. So, even when nimeenda college by the way, sijaimaliza.
Ulienda wapi?
Kim.
Okay.
I was doing
nice.
mass communication. But anyway, when I went to Churchill show, Eric Omondi then was the most famous person I've ever met.
Yeah.
He was very famous and he was very funny. So I went to talk to him. I was not known. I was nobody.
Yeah.
So nikama Eric mwanzi, nikuulize mwanzi. Mtu anafanyaje? What's your secret? What can I do to be a better comedian, to make people laugh? Eric Omondi akaniadvise baada akaniambia tipo atakwambia nataka unipatie tu consistently. Piga cho 10 alafu after the 10th one on the call doctor. So
you sound exactly like him.
So I took Eric Omondi's advice seriously. I went rehearsed and when Churchill Show season 2 came back, I was very consistent. I did 10 episodes. By the time I was doing the 10th one, Kalan Mutoko called me for a job.
Wow. Just like that.
And I'll never forget that show. There was a time the 10th senator for Nairobi, Sonko, came to the show. And Sonko aliongea for 1.5 hours, interview. Na ilikuwa saa 7 usiku. And I was the next comedian. Actually, he was the one who introduced me.
Okay.
Actually, that clip, tutaitafuta.
Saitu.
So, Sonko says, give it up for Chipukeezy. Already people are waiting to be given money. So, there's no way I could make people laugh.
Yeah.
So, what I did, I decided to talk to Dotake, Saumu. So, hey, Saumu, mimi ndio Chipukeezy. Kama sina pesa, tunaweza tumia pesa ya babako. And people laugh. I didn't perform my script. I was just doing my own things.
You basically winged it.
So when the show came on TV, Carolyn happened to watch it. And she liked the fact that she could tell that I was off script.
Oh.
And apparently she was looking for somebody who doesn't have to be scripted, to be funny on radio.
What was that experience like working with Linda, working with co-hosts, being censored? Radio is very sensitive.
Yes.
People are very sensitive in this country.
Yes.
You've also had issues with our now governor, former senator.
Yeah.
Tell me, how was it?
Remember, the first time I spoke, people laughed.
Yes.
It was shocking. Working with Caroline, to be honest, was powerful to me. And the only thing, because Caroline lives a different kind of life.
Yep, I used to work with her. It's a whole other world.
Linda Nyangoso on the other side, she was not even born in Kenya. She was born in Canada.
Yeah.
And here I am, kutoka Tala. Na ndio nimepata fame hata nimechanganyikiwa sijui nini inaendelea. Na Linda anaongea na mapua, Colin Mutoku kiwe umukamba.
Story over. Were you intimidated?
No, I wasn't. I decided to be real. And I think that's my strength. I decided to be real because I remember niliingia nikapewa computer nikamwambia Caroline akaniambia tweet for me and say that we are about to go live in nikamwambia aje. What do you mean aje? Nikamwambia I don't know how to tweet. Are you serious? Nikamwambia mimi sijajui tumia computer kwa maisha yangu. Are you kidding me? Nikamwambia kidding you aje. Mimi sijui kutumia hizo vitu. Linda Nyangoso akaongea hapo kana nikasema sijakusikia. So rewind and come back again select. Akaongea tena nikamwambia haya. Sasa Caroline kuja utweet. And for some reasons the two of them they loved the fact that I wasn't trying to
fake it.
Yeah. And I'll never forget. The two of them wakakuja hapa nyuma yangu. Nikamwambia okay Chipukeezy, this is what you do. First of all uko Twitter. Nikamwambia hapana.
So auto una account.
So we need an account for you. So tukatengeneza account. Nikapata account ya Twitter nikamwambia so kuna tweet na less than 140 characters. Sijaelewa hiyo mpaka leo. Now, nikajua kutweet. The next day Caroline said, okay, today we are using hashtag I can't remember, but there was an hashtag.
Yeah.
Nikatweet. Nikamwambia mtu anaweka aje hashtag kwa tweet.
Yeah.
Hashtag ni nini? You know?
Alama ya really.
But I learned. And then again, I told Caroline, I've never done radio before. I want to be better. Teach me how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've given me a chance. At least tell me. I'm funny, I'm famous, yes, but I've never done this before. So after every show, I was very annoying. I would go to our office and knock. Leo nimefanya aje? Okay. Every day.
Yeah.
And she told me one thing that kept me going, even after she left.
Yes.
She told me that never to arrive. And she gave me an example. She told me that I've seen so many famous people, including Churchill, including Maina Kageni, including Nyambane. Jalango had just left. And she told me the number one thing that you should never do to yourself is don't arrive.
Don't arrive. Don't settle.
Don't settle.
Don't settle.
And you see how you had asked Ilini Sediaje, how was the impact? You see, Caroline was a big brand. And my brand was just growing. So the association helped my brand to, in a way.
She catapulted, catapulted you into next.
Linda Nyangweso on the other side, culture shock. She made me want to know more about that culture. You know, the Western culture. Because Linda Nyangweso is those people that ni vile tu amezaliwa.
She's a sweetheart, by the way.
She's a sweetheart and she's very straight. Huwezi fanya corruption, and by corruption I mean any kind of corruption.
No, hata nini mpango,
ukimwofenda na kuombia. Aziongea mbaya.
So it was a good exposure for you. But Chipukeezy, you're no longer there. There was obviously a departure.
Yes.
Niambie, kwani ulitoka radio? At the top of your career, at the peak of your career. Some would say.
Kwa sababu I think my career had already taken shape. And at this point, at that point, I knew exactly what I want to be and how I want to be where I want to be.
Were you sitting in that studio sometimes and thinking there's more out there for me?
Yes, most of the time. The first year was fun. Second year was every time. I used to pray every day, asking God to give me the wisdom to know whether, because I wanted to live. I could feel it in my ears. Talker, you can do more outside there, and also.
But the employment is comfortable.
That's the point. That's my scariest part. When I get comfortable, I was scared of being comfortable. The worst thing you can do to a creative mind is make it comfortable. And I won't mention any names. Just look around. The most comfortable artists, the
creativity dies.
The creativity.
Something flickers off.
You arrive.
And
Na story inaishia hapo. Sasa mpaka Jago ni mheshimiwa. Sasa wewe niambie. So I was afraid of being comfortable and then what? And then what?
But transitioning and leaving, because there's this thing, and I used to work at Radio Africa Group, and that's how I know all your friends. But there's this thing, I think, when especially you've had a job in the public eye, and you decide to make a personal decision, you realize very quickly that it's not personal, eh? Kenyans own you, unaenda happy. I love blogs now. Kuandika story yako. Did you experience that?
Good thing about me is that I try to tell my story. So even when the blogs are writing my story, you've already
told it.
But how do I say this? People, sometimes I don't even care. I experienced that, people telling me, writing all those kind of things, but at the end of the day, I thought they were just opinions, and opinions are not facts. But the moment that I quit, and say I'm done and gave my letter and spoke to the CEO, I found peace in my heart. You know, I was like, wow, did we get me break up? For good. It's not you, it's me. You know?
It's over. I gotta go.
It's over. I gotta go.
Are you happy about that decision looking back now?
Yes.
I mean, you have, I'm glad you made that decision, because looking at what you've done in just the last year alone. Guys, can we just give him a hand? In just the last year alone, Chipukeezy, I'm so glad you took that risk. So, coming out and seeing the industry and getting your feet wet, how was all that?
It was challenging. But at least I knew what I want. You know, me, I'm a guy of learning. I love to learn. You know, I pole sinanga mbio. So it was challenging. My mom told me, sasa una kasi sasa. Hapana mama, nafanya comedy. Unafanya comedy wapi? Comedy zilikuwa unafanya kwa radio at least na hata huko kwa TV. Sasa unafanya wapi kasi? Na nilikwambia usome umalize kusoma unisikizi.
And you know, payslip to parents is something so crucial. Now your health insurance, to everybody. It's true. But it was tough, huh?
It was tough. But the good thing is, it wasn't tough it was tough in the eyes of people. Nilikuwa najua kitu nataka kufanya Kobi. I mean, by the time ni quit nilikuwa Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas. But I think it was my first time to go to the US.
How was it? Getting on a plane for an international flight, how was it?
I didn't sleep. It was, again, shocking.
Yeah.
But every time something big happens to me, I normally say that I think God has a bigger plan.
Absolutely.
Some of the things, sometimes I can't even explain. Let me tell you, do you know that I left Nairobi? I've always wanted to go to the US. Actually, people have called me for shows in the US, and I couldn't go because I couldn't get the visa.
Oh.
I was denied visa 3 times. And then this time, I go to the embassy because I wanted to go to the US. Because I have tried discovering comedy, discovering Trevor Noah, watching Eric Omondi travel the world, watching Basketmouth, seeing Kevin Hart, seeing... Because now I had already seen what comedy can do for you and what it did, and who are the players. So I realized that, there's a place called America. I said, I have to be here and see for myself. So this day I go to the embassy, apply for visa and go to the embassy and I'm given visa. And...
Ulisikiaje?
Poa sana.
Nice.
Na nikaenda America to Las Vegas.
How was it?
Bure tu.
Hivyo tu.
Hey. It was Eric Omondi alikuja na ujinga though. Alikuwa anakuja the same week. Alikuja kaniambia tipo tulikuwa tumefanya Ghost Must Be Crazy.
Yes, nakumbuka.
Niambia tipo niko na idea kali. Tuende hapa kwa Trump Tower tufanye Ghost Must Be Crazy hapo nje. Tutape hapo nje man. Tupige tu. So when I did something stupid, but it was
and it worked. Yeah? It's absolutely worked. Looking at, listen, I have to take a break. I've been told I have to take a break. We'll come back. You met Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Amazing. You were in Hollywood recently. You're going to Texas pretty soon.
Yes.
To do a huge award show with Basketmouth. We'll be right back with Chipukeezy, everybody. Amazing. You're awesome. So much, Jenny. We're back, everybody. Such great energy this morning with our beautiful audience and, of course, Chipukeezy himself. Seeing you on Instagram, I follow you.
Yes.
And the day that I saw you with Kevin Hart was such a proud moment for me personally. How did that happen?
So I've been trying to go to perform in the US. And by going to perform to the US, not to perform to Kenyans, to perform to a wider audience. So I've been applying to go and perform to the Improv Comedy Club. And you know improv.
Yes. Very amazing place if you get an opportunity.
Yeah. So I sent like 40 emails because for you to go there, you have to apply. You have to send an email or you send your management. Since I don't have management there, I wrote emails. So they later replied and I went to the US to perform. So I go to Improv Comedy Club. I get there.
Chipukeezy, that's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
It is a huge deal for those who don't know. Yeah.
So I was given 3 minutes.
Wow.
And I get on stage, I was doing, I did a joke about our lions that broke out, and I was doing short people jokes, okay? So at the end of the set, I remember I said that, and by the way guys, I'm an African version, the real African version of Kevin Hart, so if you see him, just tell him that I'm kinda here and I'm kinda looking for him, so if you can hang out. Just some stupid thing I say.
Yeah.
Then after the show, this white lady comes to me and she's like, would you like to see him tomorrow? I'm like,
Ati? Yeah?
I'm like, yeah. Where? Like, get the next flight to LA and you will see Kevin. He's my friend. Okay, so at that moment, I wasn't sure whether this lady is trying to call me or not, but she was a white lady, so I was like, wazungu wananga uongo. So I get the next flight. So she explained, she told me that he's doing a book signing, but I can take you to him. Like, I mean, amazing. Tonight you're amazing. So I booked the next flight to LA. Here's the problem. I booked the flight vibaya. Supposed to travel tomorrow. I booked like I'm traveling today. So I go to the airport tomorrow.
Na hakuna ndege.
Sasa huyu mama ananiambia, sir, you were supposed to travel yesterday, not today. I mean, nikaambia huyu mama. Now, that lady had explained, you have to be at the bookstore at exactly 9. So namaanisha lazima ningetoka Dallas usiku ndio nifike huko asubuhi.
Exactly, because of your time difference.
Some of your time difference. So I explained to that lady. The other lady said, "I have to put you in the next flight. This, you can't go." I mean, come be your mama pan. I go to my YouTube. I tell her, "Mom, excuse me. My name is Chipukeezy. I'm a stand-up comedian from Kenya. The reason I'm going to LA, I'm just from Africa right now. I'm going to see Kevin Hart. If I don't see him today, I'll never see him." I show her some clips on YouTube. She's like, she's trying to book me again. She realized that I've put the wrong date of birth. But sir, even your date of birth is wrong. How?
Nani ulibook your ticket haji?
Nilikuwa na book na Mohai. So nikamwambia, "Mom, if I don't see him today, you know I will never see him again." She deboarded somebody.
What?
And boarded me. Because
that's amazing. That's amazing, right? That somebody was sent out of that flight and you were put on that flight. That's amazing.
White people value talent. They do value talent. Hey, ni kama mayai.
So you met him.
So I get to the plane. This story in Revzana. I go to LA. I land. Sijabeba do. So I have to get a cab to the place. LA, there is a lot of traffic. So I get to the cab knowing that it's Nadu. So we go, we fika to the destination and nikajichapa. Zile zetu za hapa Kariobangi. Hey. Excuse me, sir. I think I left. My name is Chipukeezy. I'm a stand-up comedian from Africa, and I think I left my luggage at the airport. I don't have any money with me. And I showed him a YouTube clip, and he was like, "Okay, sir, I wish you well. Wish you well.
Wow.
Have a good day." It was, I think, $100.
That's good.
$1,000.
$100.
$100.
From LAX.
Yeah,
to downtown.
So that lady called me. She's like, "Change of plans, Sam. I'm not going to be able to make it, but I've called Kevin Hart's guy. They're waiting for you there. I've told them that a guy with a funny hair, just somebody will come talk to you. They're going to go take you, but you need a book. You need to get a book so that you can access everybody who's entering there. Sina pesa. Mzungu sasa ananiambia ninaenda umenileta. Mimi hata sikuwa na hizi plans." So I saw there was a line. There was a line of like 50 people. So I look, nikaingia kwa clip yangu tena ya YouTube. Nikaambia mzungu mmoja, "Excuse me, sir. My name is Chipukeezy. I'm a stand-up comedian from Africa. I came here to see Kevin Hart. I don't have money. If I don't see him today, I will never see him again." No, I can get you a book, man. So the guy got me a book.
No way.
The book that I'm always holding.
Yes, the picture is on there right now. There it is on your screens. You're holding the book. A stranger bought you the book.
A stranger bought me that book. First of all, when I kunibaya give book, some guy came. No, nini.
Security.
Yeah. "Are you the guy from Africa?" Yes. So we go inside. Kevin Hart was seeing guys for like 2 minutes. So he'd say hi. How are you doing? Da, da, da. We spoke for 10 minutes.
Wow.
Because when I walked in, I told him the same thing. "My name is Chipukeezy. I'm a stand-up comedian from Kenya. And I came all the way to see you, man. You inspire me a lot. I've always wanted to see you."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, Africa? What happened to your hair?" You know.
That's the first thing he asked you.
So we spoke. I told him that I want him to help me, ask me how. I told him, "Sign me on your new network." He has a new network called LOL. I would love to share with you some African content. He called these people, asked me to give them my contacts. I gave them my email address. You know, he told me that he can't wait to see me at the top.
How was that for you, Chipukeezy?
It was mind-blowing. I don't know. I don't think that I'll ever get over that experience.
That's amazing.
And then I get home. First of all,
ulitoka huko aje na huko na do nothing?
No, nilitumiwa kado kwa
Western Union. So, thank Jesus.
So by the time I go back, I was sorted. But on my way back, nilikuwa kwa ndege nikirudi Dallas, because I was staying in Dallas. I broke down kwa ndege for like 30 minutes. I was just crying. Because I looked around and I realized that I'm in a plane with so many white people. And I'm just from seeing Kevin Hart. And we've had a conversation. It was too much for me to handle. And I told God at that moment, "You know what, God? I might not be where I want to be, but I feel like you have a better plan for me.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for it." I just remembered how I grew up, and it wasn't easy, trust me, you know.
And where we are so proud of what you've achieved so far, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do, Chipukeezy.
Thank you so much.
Give this guy a hand, everybody. You're going back to Dallas.
Yes, I'm going back to Dallas.
You're going back to Dallas to do a serious music award show with Basket
Yes.
Mouth.
It's sometimes I'm so proud of myself. It's African Music Award.
Imagine.
It's one of the biggest. I don't think that no Kenyan has ever hosted it before. But again, it's that same show, the Improv Comedy Club show.
Yeah.
It's the same show that gave me these opportunities. So I was called. When I was called, I was like, yeah. I thought again ni prank. But nikasikia hiyo accent, nikasikia zile accent haziwezi kukona. Unajua kuna accent inaweza kukona? Ni kweli. Ndio mtu anakol, hello, usikia hello, uko sawa. Hello, uko kwa shida kubwa sana. So we are going back on, it's going to be October 8th.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I'm happy for you. You have dogs, you have a beautiful girl, you seem to really enjoy your personal life.
Yes.
Private or no? Are you a private person?
I had made it public, but I'm trying to make it private.
You have to. Because you're becoming more famous.
Yes, it has to be.
Now, iko ma trolls, watu wabaya huko nje.
Iko ma trolls, but you see one thing that I like about, I normally say, trolls, people say that people have hatred on social media. I normally say that they just have opinions. Yeah. And opinions are not facts. So you can troll me and say whatever you want to say. At the end of the day,
opinions are not facts.
Opinions are not facts.
Chipukeezy, there's Tribeless Youth. I told you about them earlier.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're going to speak to them in just a second. Yeah. All right. They're represented by their head founder, Shiko, who's right there. Hi, guys. All right, we'll be speaking to Shiko in just a second. But for now, I love Foodies, a wonderful segment on this show. All right, we're going to stay with Chipukeezy for just a few minutes. But for right now, take a look at something I ate, courtesy of Chef Wesem at Radisson Blue. Yes, lots of great giveaways from Radisson Blue on this season. We're really looking forward to that, and we'll be hanging out there every once in a while. Right, Tribeless Youth are here, represented by their founder, Shiko. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Chipukeezy, hebu salimia Shiko.
Izo?
Go fine. How are you?
Shiko, tell us about Tribeless Youth. What is it?
So Tribeless Youth is a movement by young people, for the young people, basically aiming at creating a platform for young people to feel like we own the nation. Oh. Because in a country where we have 70% of the nation being young people, then don't tell me these numbers can be ignored. But unfortunately, we've been ignored for the last 50 years. So I think it's time for us to now speak and rise as the youth of the nation.
Amazing. When you say tribeless, what do you mean exactly?
So when I say tribeless, unfortunately people feel like we say, unajua ruka kabila yako. But for us it's more of our politics and everything have been made of tribal affairs. Like specific tribes get specific favors, yeah? For us, we want to go beyond tribes. That's why we say tribeless, just to mean the youth at large. Because I keep asking this question, Kobi. We have a ministry for the youth, but unfortunately, it's put under the cultures and gender. That means we are basically another gender by itself. So why should we be associated with Kikuyus, Luos, Kalenjin, and everything? Let us be our own genders. Let's be the tribeless youth and move our nation forward.
The reason I kept you here is because I feel like you are a huge representative of the youth, and they look up to you. What do you think about this?
It's amazing. I like the way she said.
Yeah.
We are 70% of the population.
Yeah.
I normally say that we are not invited on the table.
Yeah.
We don't make decisions. And personally, I always say that I think it's time that young people start making decisions in this country.
Yeah, it's true.
And also when it comes to being tribeless, I think also the only, like when during the campaign season, all my friends, like Eric is a Luo, we were arguing about both sides, Nasa Jubilee, blah blah blah, but not in
the tribal sense.
A tribal sense.
Yeah.
And would disagree. No, I would disagree. Totally. And
it's okay to have a constructive and healthy discussion,
so
but nothing to do with hate and all that.
It's a very
I do have to ask, and I'm not youth maybe, and that's why sometimes I don't understand some of the issues that you guys go through, because you've heard his story. Yeah. You've heard where he came from and what he did to get to where he is going, not at Pele Amefika. I find that that's very lacking in young people, this kind of discipline and drive, because, I mean, I just don't see why you don't get a seat at the table. Yeah. Push for it, the way he did.
For the longest time, we've had people at 80s deciding on how they will control the peace process in a county.
Yeah.
In the real sense, the youth are the people who are given 500 bob to go fight. We've been raised in a society whereby, as long as you're young, your voice, wait until you grow up. We've grown in a society whereby our tomorrow never happens. We are just the leaders of tomorrow. So I think you get people like Chipukeezy and the rest who are very few who have the drive.
Yeah.
Possibly because you've been given the chance to just go and explore and you have the right people mentoring you. But how many mentors do we have nowadays?
I think I'll differ.
Yeah.
I'll differ with Chico. I don't think that you need a mentor to nobody mentored you to go sit where you sit.
Yeah, which is true.
It's just a mentality of our generation. We have one problem. Mm-hmm. We just want to look we want to look successful.
Yeah.
Instead of being successful. So what that does,
but
when you're trying to be successful, you will go for it. But when you're trying to look it, you won't have the guts.
But I would say if we are trying to look successful, I had a job, I left my job to do tribeless youth, which has not been paying for the last 1.5 years. So I wouldn't say I was doing this trying to look, successful.
But now you see that's you.
But because I saw, it's very rare, and I would say this. Growing up in a family where tribe is everything, I was pissed, literally, because this is not the kind of environment I needed. But then I realized that if I didn't go out by myself, even my parents couldn't support me. Because everybody was like, you're leaving a job that is giving you salary at the end of the month, you have a kid, where do you expect you'll be getting money to feed your kid?
Legitimate questions from your parents.
Yeah.
How did you answer them?
So I just told them, I know my God never lies. If he called me for this, I'll go for it. And there's no way I'm stopping because this number is rising every day. From 68, we are at 69%. How do you tell me then to just keep quiet and wait for me to be used as a doormat to the next person's leadership?
Can I tell you something which is so beautiful to watch? I love millennials. I love you guys now because in my time, rarely would you see a young person like this pushing, taking those kind of risks at your age, and it will pay off. It will pay off. Shiko, what are you looking for in terms of support, resources, engagements, partnerships? Tell us that.
So we are working on something called the Youth Agenda that is launching at Egerton come September, the last week of September.
Okay.
So we are looking for people who will make this a success because we don't want it to be Nakuru only, but we are aiming at 47 counties. Our look is, can we have an engaging youth that can make decisions? Can we have sober youth? So anyone who has the agenda of the youth at heart is welcome to partner with us in this.
Okay, amazing. Give it up for Shiko, y'all. She's awesome. Shiko, we're going to do you a huge favor, okay? We are going to help you with that event, all right, at the end of September. Yes, we are on the show. We're going to push it for you on Better Living, on our social media platforms, and right here as well. And, of course, we'll keep supporting you how we can. Because that's how it starts, right? Just a little bit of exposure. Yeah. I wish you guys all the best, and I want to keep this conversation going. So this is the first of many. Yeah, Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Young people are so smart nowadays. Y'all are smart.
It's good. Let's go for it.
Let's all go for it. Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
You've made me smile. You've made me laugh. It's going to be a good day today.
Thank you so much.
Asante. Guys, give it up for Chipukeezy. We leave you with a wonderful compilation of this funny man. We can't wait to see what he does next. One day, BET.
Yes.
Then Oscars.
Yes.
Mwende uko na Lupita mkaka huko. Yeah. Sindio?
Yes. Nimwambie, actually, unapanda stage unasema, remember what Lupita said?
Dreams are valid.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Kobi.
All right, you're most welcome. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day. We leave you smiling as always. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Bye.